This non-spoiler review of Alien Romulus is just over 2 months in the making. I'm very good at procrastinating. I saw this movie on Sunday, August 18th, and today is Friday, October 25th, so my apologies there. This movie is probably long out of theaters by now, but I believe it's available for purchase on certain streaming platforms. I don't know if it's actually streaming at no additional cost on any particular streaming platform, but you can look that up yourself. So what I would say about this movie just right out of the gates here is that, and forgive me for looking at my notes too, I have not memorized this. This is the best Alien movie, in my opinion, since Alien and Aliens. Fittingly too, because it's designed story-wise to land between the events of Alien and Aliens. If I were to rank the Alien movies from favorites to least favorite, I don't want to say worst, that's no fun. Although that is a euphemism for worst, I suppose, but favorite to least favorite, I would say Alien, Aliens, Alien Romulus, Prometheus, Alien 3, Alien Covenant, and Alien Resurrection. I believe those are all of them. I might change that list. That's subject to change. I didn't include the Alien versus Predator, but that's the way I think about it. That's how I would rank this movie. In terms of prerequisite watches, before you see Alien Prometheus, excuse me, I just gave it away. Before you see Alien Romulus, I would recommend you're seeing Alien, the original one that came out in 1979, and Prometheus that came out in 2012, which was designed as a prequel to the original Alien films. And there's good reason for that, because there are references to both Alien and Prometheus in Alien Romulus in very creative ways. By way of CGI advances and practical effects, respectively, in relation to Alien and Prometheus. The opening of the movie has choir sounds that, to me, sort of as an homage to another famous space movie, sound very much like the choir that's playing in 2001: A Space Odyssey when you see the monolith. So I don't know if that was direct or indirect on the director's part. The lead actress in this movie, Cailee Spaeny, I'm not sure if I'm saying her name correctly, she seems like she could be the sister of Millie Bobby Brown. I really see, just from purely look standpoint, a lot of her there. Fittingly, because Millie Bobby Brown comes from another famous science fiction series, science fiction intellectual property in this case, because it's not a movie, but Stranger Things. I did also see elements of Kristen Stewart from Cailee Spaeny in the early stages of this film. I suppose just the affectations characteristic of Kristen Stewart. They're very similar to Cailee Spaeny here. At least that's what I thought. One of the biggest and most memorable scenes in the movie, again, no spoilers here, is an amazingly creative use of navigating alien viscera and interstitial fluids, let's say, that, as far as I can recall, had not been used in any prior Alien film. And I think you'll know what I'm talking about when you come across that scene. The cinematography is fantastic, quite comparable to Alien and Aliens. A lot of cool shots, and if you'll permit me to be alliterative here for a second, I would describe this film in 3 ways. Or I guess I could say that the Inglourious Basterds way, I think, with my thumb as the number 1. Chiaroscuro, contrast between light and dark. Claustrophobic, because it very much is that. You're inside a spaceship in outer space. And caustic, because, as we know, as you know perhaps if you've seen any of the entries in the Alien franchise, alien blood is acidic. But the sound is what really drew me in this movie. Creative use of sounds. I recognized a lot of the same sound effects from the original Alien movie, which was a nice callback, nostalgia perhaps, for those of us who've been aware of and have seen Alien, saw it many years ago perhaps, and have many more times on TV since then. So a creative use of sound, but also of no sound. To me, this is the best use of stretches of no sound, or practically no sound, in a movie since David Lynch's Lost Highway, which came out, I think, in maybe 95 or 96. You could also say A Quiet Place, a more recent offering from Hollywood in terms of creative use of non-sound. But lots of good creative use of sound effects and of non-sound. The ending of this movie is totally wild, and without spoiling anything, you will see why I recommend that you see Alien and Prometheus before seeing this. The movie does end on a bit of a cliffhanger, which now turns out to be a good thing, because I happened to see earlier today that there is a sequel, another Alien movie in the works, which I assume will be a sequel to this. Although, with that said, I wouldn't mind seeing some sort of finish to the prequel trilogy that Ridley Scott started 12 years ago with Prometheus and then Alien Covenant. You know, I'd like to see somehow that gap bridged between the elements of the Prometheus-related films and then the original Alien, with you know, the Sigourney Weaver verse, I suppose. There is no post-credit scene, but you can stay for the credits, which I usually like to do, to see the huge number of people involved in making a movie. You might think it's largely all the people on screen and make it happen, but if those people don't have guidance from their director and everybody else on set, behind the cameras, and people who do all the post-production and pre-production, these movies wouldn't be nearly as successful as they are. So that's my review of Alien Romulus, probably no longer in theaters. Definitely finding it, you can find it now somewhere on a streaming platform. So let me know what you think in a non-spoilery way in the comments section below. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.